Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we got some special markers here. We are trying some POSCA paint markers. Yeah, that's right, you see it. Now this is just the regular pack, has 8 in there, and yeah, they're just the regular colors, pink, red, green, blue, light blue, and black and white, and yellow. Did I say that? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so these markers, I've been seeing them a lot on YouTube. Casey Golden, Drawing with Waffles. I think I've seen it on Jazz's page a couple times, but I figured that I'll give them a try. And as you can see here, look at that. Yes, they got little things inside of them. I don't know what's inside of them, but they're paint markers. Usually paint markers have little paints inside. And so I know when you use these, you have to press on the nib for a while. First you have to shake it up and then press on the nib for a while. As you can see, I'm doing here. And so I do that with all of them just to activate the markers so that I can actually use the markers. And so I looked at the colors, very bright and vibrant. And then here you can even see the white. Oh my goodness. I was so excited when using these. Well, swatching them. And then I seen that. I'm like, oh, it go on top of each other. And I just put it down. Yo! Mad crazy. I can see, wow. As you can see, when they're getting activated, you can see the paint kind of going into the tip as they, I meant to say nib and tip at the same time. Anyway, you can see the paint going into the tip. I said it again. And yeah, and I thought that was fascinating to see, and then fascinating to work with also. So yes, I was just doing some swatches, and as you may figure out, like the white and the yellow, the lighter colors, they need a little more help. So if you put them over the darker colors without the darker color or the lighter color, without them drying a little bit first, then the yellow or white will get infected. No, it will get that like, the other, I don't know what you call it, the other color on it. They'll get dirty. Yeah, I think that's how you say it. But yeah, so here I'm going in with I think this is the lizard from Spider-Man, just the head. Just looking at it on a comic that I have, and it's just the head, and I want to see how it would do with a nice little drawing, and simple colors, not too many colors because I have a limited palette here. So I have green and I have yellow, and I have, I don't have light green, and I don't have, all the other ones. And I don't think I can mix very well with these colors. I tried a little bit later on, but, and it kind of worked. But since it was a darker color and another kind of darker color, it didn't really mix as much as I wanted it to. But that's okay, because I didn't need them to mix. I needed them to be flat like they are. So this is the lizard, and yeah, so I go to my swatches, and then can you guess who that is? But yeah, the lizard, that's how it looks. So moving on, I want to see what else it can go on. So these are leathery type materials, and I want to see, like, since it's a paint marker, you should be able to paint on things like that. And of course you can, and it looks good, but you have to wait till it dries, or else it'll just smear off. And I was like, okay. So I smeared it all off, make sure it's off. It didn't really come all the way off, but I smeared it off, and then I put another color on it to see how long it takes to actually dry, and what it looked like. on there, and it looked good. So even if it decided to smear, I wanted to do some art on my notebook there. Now that is my new notebook. Of course, you've seen it in the other one. I'm very excited about it. I'm gonna put most of my drawings in it. It does have flimsy paper though. It bleeds, unfortunately, but that's okay, because I'm not gonna do heavy duty mixed media things in it. I have one right there. So yes. So even if this bleed or rubs off, it'll be alright because you can still see it. So I decided to write my name. I almost went in with white, but I wanted it green because that's my favorite color, green. What's your favorite color? Write in the comments. If not, I'll guess. Maybe. So yes, I put Greg's sketchbook, and then I did a kind of Posca inspired bottom row or bottom lettering. Even though usually, and when I was doing it, my wife was like, "Don't you not like that style of stuff?" Because usually it'd be like a kindergarten or like a daycare, and they have like the different color letterings, which is so ugly to me. But I think I like it when I do it because I put a white around it so that it actually goes together instead of just being random and weird and not going together. I mean, but I guess it's a vibe for some people. Some people like it. I mean, obviously the Posca, the logo itself has that, and it doesn't have anything to tie it in with. So, to each his own. To each their own. Yeah, I don't know how to talk. But yes. So I went in with a black on my name and a white at the bottom. The white I had to do a couple coats just because it's lighter and I think it's more, runny. But it still works very well for a white. Whites and lighter colors are usually very temperamental. So I have to really, work well with them. I put some little glossy pieces on my name so it can be, it's going to be like bubbly. Then I put a little underlining scribble there. Yeah, so I checked on the other one. First I touched it up. Then I checked on the other one to make sure it doesn't rub off. And what do you know? It doesn't. It stayed on there pretty nicely. But now I have a stupid design on my little case thing over there. So, yeah. It's whatever though. So, with these markers though, I feel like since they go on leather, I can make cool stuff on my wallet. Even though my wallet is actually suede now. It's not leather anymore. I got a new one. But, you can do stuff on leather or other leather things. I don't know. So then I try wood. Now, as you know on this channel, maybe not. I don't do a lot of wood. Do I do a lot of wood? Well, I like to draw on wood. As you can see, with the wood block print and other things like that. I like to draw on wood, so I tried on wood. And now here, as you guessed it, it is Postboy Piccolo. Yes, Postboy Piccolo. I think this is from a filler episode or something. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen it. But I do like this design of Piccolo. I wanted a Piccolo design because, I want to do something with Dragon Ball Z because their colors are pretty, not flat, but they're pretty solid colors. And their style is minimalistic. So I wanted to try it with that. I wanted to do a Vegeta. But they don't really have a peachy skin tone color in Posca, so I decided to go with Piccolo. I have lots of green, and he's green. Um, yeah, so this Piccolo, it turned out very nicely. Like I said, I never seen the episode. I don't know what episode it's from, but he looks cool. And he is he's my second favorite character on Dragon Ball Z. That's why I picked him. I was a little nervous doing this piece because, there is, in this set anyway, there's no light green or dark green or whatever green that this one is not. So, I didn't know if it was going to translate that well, but you'll see at the end of this, it translated well. And I also got some new POSCA markers coming in that they're kind of like a counterpart to this one. So it's like lighter. It's lighter than this set. I mean, except the white, of course. You can't get lighter than white, but it has different colors. So I'll be having more of a range to do things with these POSCAs. And I plan on doing more because, of course, they work on a lot of different materials. So after I finished Mr. Piccolo, Mr. Postboy, we go through with the background. Of course, you need background. I always make it kind of like an outline of the character, and then flat color in the back. And so that's what I'm doing here, just outlining the character, giving it some I don't know, some pizzazz. So yeah, POSCAs, they have many different types. They have brush pens, they have fine tips. These right here, I think they're bullet tips. These are the 1.8 to 2.5 millimeter. It says Uni Mitsubishi pencil. It's water based and it's water resistant. So they're the 1.8 to 2.5 millimeter. So I guess that means it's capable of getting a little thicker and a bit more thick. Smaller and a little bit more thicker, depending on how hard you press. But yes, so here I decide to go on my watercolor watering collapsible rubber thingy. my rubber cup for watercolor water. And so I draw some little flowers on it to see if they will rub off too. And of course they don't, because it's it's paint. It's what paint does. And so yeah, here I am drawing on that. And yeah, there it is. It kind of looks Mexican to me. Looks like one of those, I don't know if it's Mexican, just like Spanish type of thing. Because I don't think the Encanto is Mexican, but it reminds me of that too. So here I am in my book. I decided to actually draw something in there with these POSCAs. So I think of something. So I go on my good app. It's called What to Draw. And I like this app. I also use Jazz's Arty Games. I also use that one, but I use the What to Draw app because I like that one too. And so it gave me a prompt of Vlad the Impaler. And I was like, who the heck is that? So I looked it up. Obviously, I didn't do a history lesson. I just looked at what he looks like because I'm going to draw it. I'm not going to do a history lesson. So if you want to know who he looks like or who he is, you can look that up for yourself. But this is what he looks like. And so I kind of, oh, here I am dropping all the markers. But yeah, so I did a mix between a stylized painterly version and the version of the old style of paint from, like, I don't know, 1700s or whatever. And I just did a kind of a mix of it, but also Posca, so not really. And with the white, that's one thing I noticed. With the white, it blended on certain parts. And, you know, as it picks up more colors of other things, I can kind of work with it to kind of blend, kind of do what I want with the creaminess of the yellow that I picked up from the yellow on the white. If that makes any sense. So yeah, I started with the brighter colors, obviously, because I don't want them to bleed and blend with the darker colors. And so that's what I did. Filled in the bigger blocks of color, and then I went in with the smaller details. And yeah, I think this one turned out very nicely, very cool, especially with the black. The black is like a nice fine liner, but it's not that fine. It's just bold, and you know, it's something about a black that just ties everything in. It's not too light. It's not. I mean, obviously it's too dark, but it's like it's a line. It's not like a paint bucket tool and you just make everything black, but it's a nice balance of bold and being the piece and not overtaking the piece. So yes, this is Vlad the Impaler. I think he has a scepter in his hand. I made it more pointy because impale, you know, maybe he's gonna impale somebody with it. Who knows? So when I'm drawing people in general, I try to get their main features, and this guy had a crazy bar mustache, so here that black really added to his look because he has a big bar mustache. So yes, here is all the things that I made with these Posca markers. I drew on my book. For now, I'm just cleaning up, of course, clean up these markers. I like to have them in rainbow order, or actually just order that it is on the package. But here's all the things. I drew on my book. I did a Goku. I did a Cosmic Ghost Rider. And then, of course, I did that Vlad the Impaler. And I did the lizard guy. Oh, and my watercolor thingy, my watercolor cup. So yes, these are all the pieces I did. I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please tell me what your favorite piece was out of this little good fun Posca adventure. Yeah, be sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye.